What's good, YouTube? Now, today is a very, 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 very good day because Lakers basketball is back. The whole NBA is back. We got slates of Giannis versus KD, LeBron versus Steph. It's a good day. It's a very good day. But we finna talk about my expectations for my Los Angeles Lakers this season as we finally filled out our roster. But first off, let's start with the big addition of Russell Westbrook. Now, I think from what I've seen in the preseason, when Russell is aggressive, which the last two games, we're going to be a very, very good team. Now, it depends on the lineup. Now, I want AD. I think AD should play the 5. LeBron should play the 4. Russell, of course, at point guard. Then after that, we got outliers. Now, Austin Reeves has really surprised me, bro. He really surprised me. Now, I knew he could shoot, be a little good on offense. Now, his handles, I did not know was pretty good. His defense is very, 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 very shocking. I did not know he was that good a defender. But I wouldn't be surprised, especially since THC will be out to start of the year. I think it's 4 to 6 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Trevor Ariza will be out 8 weeks. Well, it's probably 7 now because it's been a week since that injury. But Austin Reeves might be in the rotation to start, but I think the starting lineup should be, of course, the big three. Kent Bazemore, and then since Wayne Ellington is out tonight, I think if Malik Monk gets to start tonight, I don't think he's losing that spot. I'm just being honest. If you see Malik Monk, I've been high on Malik Monk since before he was a Laker back in Kentucky, but he did have some issues with the Hornets. But last year he shot very good. Now he had a few inconsistent games, but it's because he was getting inconsistent minutes, if you know what I mean. But I think it should be the big three, Kent Bazemore and Malik Monk to start off right now. And coming off the bench, you got Rondo, Kendrick Nunn, my boy Melo. It's so good to have LeBron and Melo on the team together. But my whole childhood, I've been wanting that. I got to see LeBron and Wade. I wanted that. Thank God we didn't get LeBron and Chris Paul, because even though I used to love Chris Paul, I hate that dude now. Like, hate's a strong word. I just like that dude now. But matter of fact, Chris Paul, he said he was going to get DeAndre Ayton paid. Landry Shamet got paid. Mikal Bridges got paid. Chris Paul got paid. Overpaid. But that boy Ayton can get a max contract. I don't know what's going on in Phoenix over there. But anyways, my Lakers, my expectation is LeBron will sit out probably 10 to 15 games this season to rest. Because there's no point in ramping him up. Like Vogel said, he's going to give him probably around 34 minutes a game during the regular season. I think Westbrook could probably miss about 5 to 10 games. Now, Anthony Davis, I think this year, if he can play, he's playing this year. I think Anthony Davis is on a mission to be in the top 3 in the MVP conversation this year. I think Anthony Davis is tired of people like Stephen A. Smith who don't even barely watch basketball. He just want to change narratives. By the way, I don't like the way Stephen A. Smith, he's been more concerned about Kyrie Irving than that John Gruden situation. If that don't shock, especially some people in the black community, they don't shock y'all about Stephen A. Smith, but that's a whole different story. But I'm starting to dislike Stephen A. Smith. Some of his takes, especially about basketball, because he don't watch basketball. If you really listen to his takes sometimes, that's why even though Max Kellerman has some wild takes like the Kawhi Kobe stuff, that kind of pissed me off. But Max Kellerman kind of watches more basketball than Stephen A. Smith. If you just listen to Stephen A. Smith, some of the stuff he says is wild. But back on my Lakers, off the bench we're gonna have Rondo, who's gonna get a lot of minutes right now since THG is not gonna be there. Kendrick Nunn, who they say is questionable tonight, but I hope he plays. And then you got Melo. Then we got my boy Dwight. Now this is the crazy part. Frank Vogel likes big lineups. I mean, I'm not against the big lineups, but we're talking Russell Westbrook, LeBron, and then they most likely, I don't want it to happen, but I guarantee you tonight, Frank Vogel's going to walk out there with Russell Westbrook, Kent Bazemore, maybe Malik Monk, but LeBron, AD, and DeAndre Jordan. Now, I was low on this pickup of DeAndre Jordan, but in the first few preseason games, I was like, okay, whatever the Nets fans, the media said about DeAndre Jordan washed. I believe it. But them last 2 games, DeAndre Jordan showed me flashes of his old self. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be his old self this whole season. But I just know Frank Vogel is gonna go to that lineup like he's gonna use DeAndre Jordan like JaVale McGee. What I feel, he's gonna play in the first 6 minutes of the first quarter and third quarter. Then he's gonna play the rest of the game. If that happens, I'm not as mad, but at the same time, I want the lineup with AD, LeBron, Russell Westbrook, Kent Bazemore, and Malik Monk, or if when Wayne Ellington comes back, Wayne Ellington. Now, I know this season we will be missing a lot of defense, but we picked up my boy Avery Bradley yesterday back. Now, the funny thing is I seen somebody, they took a video, they were sitting courtside, they said Avery Bradley was shooting around, they was telling Avery Bradley, you should come back to the Lakers. Avery Bradley looked at the dude like this. Funny part is, a week later, he gets waived by the Warriors. He's back on the Lakers. Lakers pick him up off waivers. Now, that's our 15 roster spot, but his contract is not guaranteed what the Warriors have with him. So, if the Lakers don't like what Avery Bradley's bringing, if he's changed over the last 2 years, but I love the Avery Bradley, what he brought to us. Now, my favorite play is when he pickpocketed Patrick Beverly on that Sunday. Well, basically that statement weekend. Got the layup, then he stared him down and got the weakest tech I ever seen. But that was my favorite moment with Avery Bradley as a Laker. Now, if Avery Bradley can bring his defense back they had a few years ago before he got hurt, this Lakers team gonna be special, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. If we stay healthy, this Lakers team gonna be special. But his contract is not guaranteed. If the Lakers don't like what Avery Bradley brings, before January 7th, they can cut him, and we can have that roster spot for another for the buyout market, which could come in handy this year. But you never know. We might end up making a trade, but I don't know. But I think these fits will be good, especially Malik Monk and Kendrick Nunn. Malik Monk is the biggest surprise pickup, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad we got Malik Monk and Kendrick Nunn. But Malik Monk was an outlier for the minimum. Can I repeat? The minimum. The minimum. If we can secure that man, if he plays good, we can secure that man next year for like 2 or 3 year deal. That'd be beautiful. But this Lakers team, I think, will be good. I think I'll see us getting around 49 to 56 wins. Now, I would go higher, but I think we're gonna load manage this season because this roster is made for the playoffs more than it is the regular season. But if the young guns show out, you never know. Like Malik Monk, Nunn, Austin Reeves, THT. If the young guns show out, am I missing somebody? No, that's all the young guns we got. Everybody else are old as hell, but they still can hoop. That's what's making me mad. Everybody saying the Lakers are old as hell. Them boys can still hoop. Melo, still a walking bucket off the bench. LeBron still got it. Y'all seen against the Kings. LeBron just showing y'all a glimpse. He still got it. Russell Westbrook, when he wants to turn it on, he still got it. Anthony Davis is still young. Y'all can say he injury prone, all the crap y'all want. Anthony Davis played more games than half of y'all favorite players. But y'all just want to take the narrative that Anthony Davis is always hurt. He's always injury prone. But he played more games than y'all favorite player. But anyways, I think the Lakers will finish with 49 through 56, some around that amount of wins. I think they'll end up probably one or two top seeds in the West. Now after that, it's really pick'ems in the West. The Nuggets could be up there if Jamal Murray comes back by January. The Clippers are kind of iffy. I think they'll be around the 5 or 6 range. I think Paul George will have a breakout season. Who else? I see the Mavericks being up there. I don't know if that'd be that high, but I see the Mavericks being up there. The Jazz, even though I don't trust the Jazz in the postseason, I think the Jazz would be a good regular season team again. Then after that, I honestly do not know. The Blazers, I don't know what the Blazers are going to look like. Because every year I expect the Blazers to make a big hump to be the top seed in the West. And every year they disappoint me and they be right there around the 6 and 8 seed. But it's the West. It's tough. But I believe my Lakers will come out there. Oh, I forgot about the Phoenix Suns. I'm sorry. I forgot about the Phoenix Suns. I'm sorry about that. I think the Suns would be a top 2 or 3 seed. But other than that, I think it's the Lakers. If the Clippers don't come back healthy right now, I think it's the Lakers, Suns, Nuggets, maybe the Mavericks, and the Jazz, who I think will be competing for a title in the West. Those are the teams I think. But other than that, tonight's the night I get to see my Lakers. Russell Westbrook, the first Russell Westbrook dunk on a fast break, or just Russell Westbrook dunk is gonna explode Staples Center. But hopefully tonight we can contain. Well, we're not gonna contain Curry, but hopefully tonight, I can't believe I'm saying this. Hopefully we contain Jordan Poole. If Steph Curry's the only person that go off, we win this game. But I think the Lakers will. They might come out slow. Matter of fact, they might come out slow this whole first few slate of games, like 5 to 10 games. That's what happens with the new LeBron teams, like the 5. Well, except for the first year with AD, they didn't come out slow. They came out hot out the gates, except for that first game against the Clippers. But I expect the first 5 to 10 games to be a little slow for the Lakers. Then they'll pick it up, ramp it up. Then you're gonna see a new engaged LeBron. AD, which I say will be an MVP candidate, and I think Russell Westbrook probably average somewhere between 19, 20 points and about 7, 8 assists. But that's my expectation on the Lakers. Tonight I had a video of my post-game analysis of the Lakers and Warriors and the Nets and Bucks. But it's been your boy Tim. Hope y'all follow me on Twitter. The link will be down in the description. My Twitch, my other gaming YouTube will also be down in the description. But it's been your boy Tim, Laker Nation. We back today. Hopefully our players stay healthy. I know we already got cursed in the preseason, but hopefully our players stay healthy. But it's been your boy Tim, and I'm out. Peace.